Hey there guys, and welcome back. So we're going to be talking about the Fantastic Four. It goes without saying, I'm going to say it right at the beginning of this video. This video contains spoilers for the after credit sequence for Fantastic Four First Steps. So going ahead, at your own peril, you have been notified. With that down, let's get into this information and let's check out what's going to be going on with the after credit sequence. So this comes to us from Comic Book Movie. The Fantastic Four First Steps post-credit scene has leaked online following recent test screenings. I mean, that's the problem, isn't it? I mean, whenever you put out test screenings or something like that, obviously when you attend a test screening, you have to sign an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, that says you won't leak any of this information out, you won't post anything about the movie that spoils it. But I mean, that never stops anyone from doing it anyway. And it looks like one of those people has now kind of spoiled the after-credit sequence. So, as we reported earlier today, Marvel Studios held a public test screening for the Fantastic Four First Steps in Los Angeles yesterday evening. There are conflicting opinions about why it took place. Some believe it's a sign that the studio is concerned that the movie won't resonate with audiences, while others are convinced that Kevin Feige is simply trying to figure out what fans want after Thunderbolts underperformed at the box office, despite being one of Marvel's best reviewed releases. Yeah, I mean, they have a right to worry. I mean, we've had how many Fantastic Four films now? What, 3? Yeah, there was 3 Fantastic Four films. Obviously, we had the one with Chris Evans, who was Johnny Storm. Those 2 movies, which I actually think were pretty fun. They're pretty campy, but they were fun. Then we had the Michael B. Jordan one. Was it Michael B. Jordan who was in it? I think it was. And obviously that movie didn't do so well either. And like the Fantastic Four comic books were obviously cancelled because they weren't so popular. So Fantastic Four's had a really kind of blotchy history. So I think they're right to kind of worry about this film to some degree. But everything I've seen from the marketing, it looks pretty fun. So, you know, I'm kind of game to see it. When a screening like this takes place, spoilers leaking online are inevitable. However, we didn't anticipate one of the post-credit scenes being revealed just shy of 2 months in advance of the Fantastic Four First Steps release. So, Scoop and My Time to Shine Hello. Again, for those of you who may not know, or if you're new around here, My Time to Shine Hello, they're on X, the X platform. They're a movie scooper. They tend to get a lot of things right, some things wrong. So take this information with a grain of salt here, guys. Has learned that the stinger features Sue Storm reading to her and Reed's son, Franklin Richards. She gets up, and when she returns, she finds Doctor Doom holding his mask and sitting next to Franklin. His face is never shown, but both the costume and mask are described as very comic accurate. So that's a pretty creepy after credit scene. So she's kind of reading to her son, and then she gets up, leaves the room, and then when she comes back, Doctor Doom is kind of stood next to her son, holding his mask and kind of looking down at Franklin Richards, her son. And he's not wearing the mask, but you never see his face in the after credits. I mean, that's a pretty creepy after credits. And it goes with what I've heard, because I've heard a lot of talk about this movie as basically that Galactus and Doctor Doom are after Franklin Richards, Reed Richards' son, because he has special unique abilities and they're after his power for some reason. So it kind of plays into that as well. So if we piece this together, what we already know, it seems likely Doom does hail from the same reality as Marvel's first family, and perhaps kidnaps Franklin, who in the comics has the power to reshape and create realities. There you go, guys. So that's what I was just saying. So they're trying to kidnap Franklin, who has all of these like mega crazy powers, and it looks like Doctor Doom is after kind of taking some of his power by the look of it. That might be what brings the Fantastic Four to Earth 616, which is obviously our Marvel Cinematic Universe, not the destruction of their world. The Insider also notes that the former Captain America, Chris Evans, doesn't appear in the movie. I never thought he would appear in the movie anyway. They explain, I know for a fact he filmed something, so Chris Evans filmed something, so it was either cut or will be in the final version of the film. So it was either cut from the movie or it just wasn't in the test screening, but it will be in the final screening. So it's still kind of a mix up in the air. But why would Chris Evans be there? I don't understand. Just as an alternate version of Johnny Storm again, like he was in Deadpool? Or would he be Captain America? I'm not sure. Whatever reason. But it'd be kind of cool to see him there, but I don't really see the need to have Chris Evans in the movie, to be honest. A lot can change between now and July 25th. And this is the only one of the post-credit scenes. Marvel Studios has changed these and the endings of its movies weeks before they arrive in theaters, so it might be best to temper expectations for now. They've probably shot like, it wouldn't surprise me if they've kind of shot like 5 or 6 different after credit scenes, and they kind of go through them and then decide kind of weeks before the movie comes out which after credit scene to pick. Because I mean, filming an after credit scene, it's only about a minute long, if that, an after credit scene. So you could film multiple after credit scenes and then kind of pick the one that you want to use based on people's feedback or whatever. But yeah, so that's really kind of creepy. Let's just read this one more time again, just to remind ourselves before we finish off the video. So the stinger features Sue Storm reading her book, reading a book, to her and Reed's son, Franklin Richards. She gets up, and when she returns, she finds Dr. Doom holding his mask and sitting next to Franklin, her son. His face is never shown, but both the costume and mask are described as very comic accurate. So yeah, I mean, how horrifying is that? Just to see some strange figure kind of standing next to your son. Did they know who Dr. Doom is? Or is Dr. Doom a new villain to the Fantastic Four? I don't know if they already know who he is. I'm not sure about that. Maybe you guys will know. Let me know in the comments if you do know. So guys, that's the after credit scene there. I mean, that sounds pretty damn chilling and kind of cool to me. So even though I now know what it is, I still don't care. Like, actually seeing it on screen and kind of reading it in an article is like 2 different things to me. But yeah, I'm game. So I can't wait to see how that plays out. But guys, jump into the comment section. Let me know what you think about this after credit scene. Do you think it sounds good? Do you think it sounds mid? Do you think it sounds bad? Whatever your thoughts are about this, do let me know. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. As always, thanks so much for being here. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave. Consider becoming a subscriber and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the movie news we have going on around here. And as always, I will see you in the next video.